Okay, hi guys. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you'll be saying this. Okay, so started to place this trade. I think I've done my analysis. I saw liquidity lined out there. Okay, so one would say, why place a put trade here? Okay, this is binary zone. This is pocket option. I've done my analysis using my trading view. Okay, this is my trading view. I've done my analysis using my trading view. I understand the reason I'm placing a buy over here. Meanwhile, for my pocket option, it's a sell for 30 minutes. It put trade for 30 minutes. Is because I understand the overall momentum is a bearish momentum, is a bullish momentum. Okay, I do my top down analysis on pairs before I trade them. Okay, so the current pair we can see here is the Euro USD. Now, this is the structure the market is coming for, and more importantly, this is the structure I feel it wants to take out because it has tested this structure and shouldn't test this again. So I think two more candles into this structure. This is where I want to see the market come to. Okay, so I'm just gonna mark out those structures and keep, and this is because this is where the market should come to, and the trade is already going, as you can see. So I had entered the sell because I saw that the market was struggling to break this ice, so it needed more momentum for it to. And then looking at it and looking at the time, it's already this is a high liquidity time when it comes to trading. So for me, I understand that the banks needs to liquidate the orders that are below here so they could go higher. So by doing this, they're going to they've tapped into the structure, but then they still need to close below this price level within the next 30 minutes. So we're confident. Okay, so a new candle is forming, you can see, and it's I mean for the liquidity gathering up here. So that's just a little liquidity grab. Okay, as you can see. Now that's it. As you can see, that's push downward. Okay, now that push is price level. Then we want to see the market begin to move, okay, upward from this level. Okay, so that's that. So what are we doing? This is repeat. That's Euro USD. So how do we go about analysis? How do we go about analysis? I want to teach you how we do analysis and how we trade. Okay, it's a pretty simple way of how we do analysis and how we trade. Okay, now my team and myself, we analyze using trading view, and I like looking out for something. Now we do the top down analysis, then we combine the ICT methodology to find structural level in the market that we intend to buy. Okay, buy or sell. So I see something around here, so I understand that okay, this structure was swept during the course of yesterday. The market had not come down to this price level, so I see this breaker block, this block here, that breaker block there. So I see the market might want to tap into this price level. If I'm going to place a buy, this is my buy. Okay, the market has activated some of my position, and that's why we add that. Okay, so let me check that. That would be the GB, yeah, GB trade. It is a GB that has been activated, and that's because of the structure. Yeah. Okay. Now I still understand that GB is bullish, and whatever Euro USD is doing is just corrective movement to pick up order and then starts rallying in the right direction, right? So this trade just picked up how many minutes? Okay, it's a 30-minute trade, so I'm not disturbed. Okay. Now basically I like trading the 30 minutes, the 1 hour, the hours. Now I run away from 5 minutes trade, 1 minute trade. I don't do that. Okay. I don't do that. I don't do that in binary option. I don't do that. Okay, as you can see, both trade time profits, and we're waiting for the expiration time. Now, I don't do that thing called the 5 minutes. because I'm more of a swing trader, so I wait for those perfect opportunities to scalping. Like this one, I was able to catch this trade, this position here. Let me get to show you. I was able to catch that position on um, my while I'm trading forex. Okay, so this is the position. This is the structure. I saw this breaker block that was formed here, the entire of this block, but then that was the OB that sponsored the last move. And then I saw how the market move pushed up and did not respect that structure, meaning that there was liquidity left behind. That's an order block. So there was unfilled order at that price level. So it became my new entry for a buy. Okay. That structure became my new entry for a buy, and this is it. So if I entered a year at a buy and as a put option, I'll be in profit. Do you understand now? So why am I bringing all of this out? I want you guys to understand that trading does not necessarily has to be gambling. Okay, you should be trading off a knowledge based level. And if you must be profitable at trading, then you must trade from a knowledge standpoint, from a standpoint where you understand market dynamics. Okay, you must understand the market, you must have a methodology, and then you must have an edge. Now, some persons will say, why not trade OTC? I don't trade OTC. Okay, now my trades are basically the real assets. Okay, I'm never gonna trade the OTC. It doesn't mean I can't trade OTC, but then because I don't have these datas, I cannot feed on those datas on a larger time frame. Take for instance, let me use the Euro card as, and then let's do a top-down analysis. The way I do my analysis, okay, starting from the monthly time frame, I can't see the monthly time frame here. Do you get the problem? So this is where the information lacks because I need to see what the market has been doing over time. Okay. Now, if I know what the market has been doing over time, then I can trade it. Now, these are synthetic pairs, meaning that they are heavily dynamic, could be manipulated. Okay, albeit there's a block here. Okay, so there should be buying pressure. But being that I'm not seeing it from the overall time frame, I'm not seeing it from the monthly time frame, I cannot trade this pair because for me the market is just ranging. Okay, the market is just ranging. So there's no clear out information as to what trend is coming in and what I should look out for in this asset. Do you understand now? Now, because if I find the trend, the most recent trend is a bearish trend. Now, if I go to the 4 hour time frame and begin to analyze and look for buying setups, now the market has gone far past where I should have entered. Do you understand now? Market has gone past my structural level, okay? Because already it's a sell setup telling me, okay, look for sales opportunity. And you can see on the 4 hour time frame, it's already down. Okay, already down. Okay. Now, if I'd done my analysis earlier than now, I should have been able to find structural level within the market that this market was going to do what I wanted to do. Now, note that the overall trend, I'm missing out from that information. Okay, I'm missing out from where the market is going to next. Okay. Now, unlike the real assets that I can see past back into the future, I can see where the institutions are trading to, what price they are pushing to, what price they are coming from. I can barely see this. Okay. But I understand that okay, there are towards a major support zone. So there are gonna be reactions of this level and they're gonna be massive reactions of these levels. Okay. But then albeit the most recent trend is a bearish trend. Okay. Now, the reason I cannot take a buy setup, okay, I'll be looking for more buy and sell setups, is that though there is a buy zone here, let me get to explain what I mean. Let me use the trend line. Okay, I like using the trend line. Now, unlike trading view, you can use this on its own. It's not exactly gonna give you the trend line you need. Okay, so that's why I like using the rectangle. Okay, so this is a 4 hour and I like picking out structures below this. Okay, this is this rejection is what I always look out for. I look out for those rejections when I'm looking at trades. Now it tells me that is zone, and then I also going to look for that structure again. I'm going to clone it. I'm also going to look for it also up here. Okay, so you could see the most recent rejection of that level. Okay, now if I'm trading this pair, if I'm trading this pair, I need to come back to the chart section and see what's going on there. Okay, but for the meantime, let's do analysis here. Okay, guys. at how the market is reached to that level in a few and traded it. Very, very. Now, if I placed there's no way, if I placed a pending order here for it to trade, I'll be in profit. You understand now? I placed a pending order here for it to trade. That's where my mind thinks that that's the 30 minutes and it's to okay? I doing four of that. Now, you must understand between a 2 hour trade, a 3 hour trade, 4 hour trade, I'll be in profit. Now, why am I going to be in profit? Is because first I was able to go far back into the past. I saw what the market did, and I understand the overall movement of the market. Understand that the market is very okay. And then this is it. You see, so let's see our trades. Let's see. This is the only trades that might be in loss. Let's understand why I'm doing loss. Okay. So if you have more, if you have more time. Okay, which trade are you doing? This schedule. Okay. Now I understand the overall movement is going to be bullish movement. I'll be the market just wanted to test the structure. You see, this is green. So this is already the 15 minutes, the 30 minutes time frame. Okay, and I enter here. So let's see what the market is going to do. Let's see what the market is going to do. Market has liquidated 50%. All of this structure. So as they told you that created the breaking of the structure. Let me go to 15 minutes time frame to see that structure very well. The market tapped into this level. Okay, will it break the structure? That's what we want to see. Now the take move, the 30 minutes trade. Okay, now one way to trade these assets. Okay, now this is still the 92%. Okay, now I'm gonna leave the secret here in this video. Okay, let me see how long we've been on this recording. We've been here for 18 minutes. So let me just take this to be 30 minutes. Okay, now this is the secret we did this video. Okay, now within this. Now I understand that the market has to be bullish, it has to start the structure. Okay, the market has to start the structure. Do you understand? Now there were three moves. I told you I captured this one. Go to my trading view. Okay, you can see that trade I had. I took still gonna be in profit. Okay, for 30 minutes. Okay, still gonna be in profit. Okay, that trade is gonna be in profit. This trade is almost exhausting. Just 2 minutes and I'm out of the trade. Okay, you can see just 2 minutes. My timer counts in less than a few seconds. I'm in profit. Okay, now that's why I love it. Remember, I said market was gonna come to this level. See, now majority of persons would have traded off this level, of the first level. But I told you this is where the market is coming to. Okay, let me use the 30 minutes. Was a massive structure with a rejection. I told you I pay attention to rejections most more than every other thing. I pay attention. You see, now why was that trade the profit? Because of the analysis. We studied, we knew that the market had done tried tapping the structure. Now there's a sell side liquidity has been taken out. There's liquidity on the buy side. There's a liquidity here that buyers buyers who had entered the trade. You must understand the market from a standpoint. There are people who bought at this level. Okay, their stop loss was below here, so their stop loss has been hunted out. Now at the range, you must understand that.
Okay, guys, so back to what we're doing. Okay, now why was I profitable? Remember, I said this is a range. I told you that I understand that, okay, the market needed to take out a structure. It took out this structure, but this was a zone. Let me use the 5 minutes to really pick out what I'm seeing there. The 5 minutes gives me clear information as to what was there. Now you could see, but I still want to see the market tap into this level and drop down into this zone. Okay, because it has not clearly picked out. Okay, it has picked out because that was the range there. It has picked out what was there. Okay, it has tapped into it, but albeit I wanted it to tap into 50% of these. So the market has not done that. I would I place the pending order, my pending order would not be activated. Okay, so let's go back to this GBP. GBP was happening. Okay, it's rejecting, taking now. Buyers are coming into the market. Okay, buyers are coming into the market. This has to tap off the structure. Okay, this has to tap off the structure. Let me mark it out for you. That's just the structure it has to tap out. Once it tap out that structure, okay, now see that structure. Once it tap into the structure, then I'll place a buy. I'm going to place a buy for, I think, an R. Okay, I'm going to place a buy for an R. Okay, now I'm going to place a buy for an R. My overall bias is bullish. You could see a high, a low, a higher high, a low. So this is where I want to see this corrective move. So let me see where it's going to react off. So let's watch, let's watch, let's watch, let's watch. That's a breaker block. That was the block that sponsored the flow downward. So I want to see, currently this is a trade I want to, I think this other trade will be a losing trade. Albeit I'm going to place two double trades to cover that position. Okay. Now I just want to see reactions of this level. Okay. So I'm going to monitor this here. Okay. You can see. Now I want to see why it's reacting off that zone. Because in the market, you need to understand what's happening. What's happening? Okay, there was an OB here. Look at the structure here. Look at this. Look at this. This was a breaking market structure, and these activities here, this OB here. Okay, so this is this. Okay, so I'm gonna extend it to the right. Okay, so I'm just gonna extend it to the right, and then okay, that's the reaction. See, that's the reaction. See, I have my bias on, as you can see. That's the reaction. Okay, so let's check. Let's check. You see now. Have you seen what I meant? See that rejection of the structure? Have you seen now? Now, is it okay to say I can enter my buy now? Yes. I place my buy. I'm going to place two buy at that price level. Then watch the market do its thing. Okay. Now, if I place a pending order, I would be in the market. Okay. I'll be in the market. Now, that's just the structure I wanted to see the market tests. Okay. You see, it tested into it. And then more importantly, we would have been looking at this, but this was a structure. We would have been looking at this, but this was a structure. Now, watch that rejection. That rejection is massive. That rejection is massive. And because of the kind of rejection from that price, we want to see this high taken out. Okay, because of that kind of rejection, we want to see this high taken out. Do you understand now? I want to see this high completely taken out. Now watch this. Okay, see how the market is now moving massively, because we understand the overall movement is a bullish momentum for the market. Albeit we knew the market needed to retrace to a price level before it start doing its thing. So you could see this down. Now, if I enter the 30-minute trade or a 1 hour trade or 2 hour trade, I'll be in profit. Now, tell me, why would I gamble on a 1 minute or a 5 minute time frame? Why would I gamble with that? Okay. Why should I gamble with that when I can do a lot of these time frames? Okay. Of this. A new candle is going to close. The market is probably going to close at that. And then remember, we saw a rejection of this price. And I'm not, see, you can see a new candle just formed. I want to see the candle reject this price level too. Okay. And then I want to see it take out this. I want to see that take out here. Okay, guys. So already I'm in trade for 1 hour. Okay. So back to think how many minutes we've done? 27 minutes, 3 more minutes to go. Then I'll create the next section where I get to teach you a thorough breakdown of how I analyze the market and how I place my trades. Okay, it's just a thorough breakdown how I analyze the market. That trade is a losing trade. That trade was a losing trade. Oh, sorry, I had a pending order. I need to cancel out this trade. Okay, I had a pending order here. I need to cancel out the trade. So that's a pending order. It's a loss trade for me because I was just analyzing, checking a structure. The market was obviously going to come to this price level, which I knew. Albeit it's a losing trade for me. That trade on its own is going to be a losing trade. Okay. Now, forget the fact that the market is rejecting, trying to, it's going to be a losing trade. Watch this. Now, these two trades are going to be profitable trade, but this trade is going to be a losing trade for me. And I just wish I could close this trade. This is why I love IQ option. You could close that trade and accept the loss and walk away. Okay, I don't like keeping a losing trade, but I know that trade is a losing trade, this particular trade. Okay, now that's how to know a losing trade already. Because first, how do you know a losing trade? You can see now that's a losing trade. Do you understand now? That trade is definitely losing. Now, you'll be saying, how do you know it's a losing trade? How did you know? How did you know? How did you know? I know. How did you know? I know. You get it? Now, I just know that's a losing trade. Okay. Now, you could validate your position just when you're in them and you could know what trade is losing. Why? Because you understand the market. Now, watch this. I've been able to study this. I have a trading methodology I use in trading the financial market, Forex, and I've been able to bring it here and I can now trade. Now, what am I looking for? I look out for those swings, those positions in the market, wait for them, be there at the right time. I have a trading time frame, okay? I have a particular time in the market, I have to be online. And I look out for those positions across those charts, and then I look out for them. My goal is to take at least 3 to 5 trades a day that are profitable. Just five trades a day that are profitable. Now, there are no ways this trade is going to be a winning trade in as much as there are a lot of activities here. Yeah, now there were a lot of activities buying pressures here, but the market has taken the sell side, so it has to take out the buy side. Do you understand now? That's where the market is heading for. That's why this structure here might not hold. It might just stay linger for a while, but then it has to sweep this. What's up here? This is where the market is targeting. Okay, it went up a bit, but it has swept everything. There are people who place buy order here, buy, and buy stops. The market liquidated that structure, took out lows here, took out stop loss below here. So where was the market coming to? We knew it was coming for this one because there were lingering stop loss. It has to take out that structure. If I had placed a buy from this level, we'll be in profit. Do you understand now? That's how the market works. Okay. Now this particular trade is a losing trade. Like I said, that sell there is a losing trade. But this buy is a winning trade. And for the next 1 hour, these two trades are going to be trading very well. Why? Because momentum has come in from this price level to back the market. Now you see this massive rejection. That's what I wanted to see. I want to see rejection into that level too. Okay. I want to see rejection into this level. You get? But then look at that. It didn't reject that much. Okay. So it didn't reject that much. Do you understand now? The momentums, the pressure coming from here, there are it took out lows, took out lows. There were a series of lows, 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 buying pressures. It took out. Look at that move. See that move coming in. Do you see that move now? Look at that crazy move. Watch it. You could see it. That's the market. You need to understand this thing there. You need to understand this thing. Watch the screen. Do you get it? You need to understand your game. You need to understand it. You need to study the market. You need to understand the moves in the market. You need to see yourself win. You need to know when you're losing your trades and when you're winning your trades. Okay? You see that rejection there? I told you I needed a rejection of this level, and I'm there. Do you get now? Now, for the next 1 hour, my trades is going to be. Do you understand now? So let me leave it at the 15 minutes time frame. Okay? Let's leave it there. Now, has it rejected? Yes, it has rejected. Where is it going? It has to take out the structure. This is my entry before now. Okay? Now, like I said, I lost this first trade. I'm going to lose this other trade. Why did I lose that trade? I placed a pending order and I didn't study the market well. Now I'm with you. I didn't check the market well. But I told you this. I told you this. I told you this. And you could see. Now, see, just before that trade closed, now I wish it did that push before this trade closed. It would have been a profit because that's just the level where the trade was. Do you get it now? But then I have a winning trade coming in. So am I disturbed? No, I'm not disturbed. Now, first, like I said, you need to understand the correctional movement. So what were we seeing? A low, a high, a higher low, a higher high, a higher low, and a higher high. That's the next move. So where's the market coming into? You need to now come back into the past and begin to analyze to see where the market is coming into. I see a fair value gap here. I see a fair value gap here. Albeit there was this push, there was this massive push. Something sponsored this move. This fair value gap has to be taken out. So now watch this chart. Watch this chart. Watch this chart. Okay, there's a breaker block there. Okay, that's a breaker block. There's something I love about the breaker block, the way that the market always likes to come to them, especially if this move occurred. Okay, now albeit there's a fair value gap, also confirming that there are volumes stacked here. So where is the market gonna go to? My trade is still in profits. Okay, this is a winning trade. It has to take out the structure before the close of the day. Okay, the banks needs to close above here and close the day. That's the last trading trade for the day. Okay, guys. So I want to show you that on GPU. You saw this. Remember I told you that this was I checked this. Let me show you on the 15 minutes, then I come back to the 1 minute. I'd shown you that there was something here at monitor the breaker block. The market tapped into it. That's why I got this my entry. Do you understand now? That's how I got this entry. Okay, let me cancel these trades because we had it already. So that's why I got that trade. Okay, this is an element trade. If you saw the structure, then this other one, you see this. This is another opportunity, like I said. And then we're edging well. Where are we going? You could see this. That's already marked out already. I'd marked out that this is where we're going. to close the day. That's where we're going to close the day. Okay, so guys, let's take it on. I believe you enjoyed this and you got value. Okay, so cheers, guys. Ta-da!